This post is a very special post, and it is one of my secret keepers' birthdays. Happy birthday, Nora. I celebrate you in this post. There is a chance that you have already received my gift. If not, you should be receiving it soon. Your gift is not arbitrary. It holds an extreme amount of significance in the collective works that is my narrative. And I have yet another gift for you, which you will receive in turn. I have been inspired by your words throughout the days and the weeks and the months of my life, ever since I met the man who looked like me. The pinnacle moment in my story when I knew that I was going to be an advocate. I have given this declaration a great deal of thought. And when I read your words the other day, I was inspired to reach out to you now on the eve of your birthday. My gift for you, Nora, keeper of my secrets, is this. I would like to give you a little bit more detail about the collected narrative of my life story, Drowning in Madagascar. It is a 6-book series. The first book, entitled Drowning in Madagascar, will be my transformational debut memoir, celebrating a period of my life that I now associate with triumph instead of tragedy. Book 2 will be called Amidst Love's Deepest Shadow. It is where I openly acknowledge and praise my higher power, my own profound deity, and the people who extended kindness and mercy along the way. Your story will become a part of mine in Book 3. And I say that to you now, staring into the camera with confidence and passion. I don't know why I feel so sure that you will help me, but I feel confident nonetheless after reading your words. Book 3 will be entitled Dear Nora. I have already begun an intimate correspondence with you. I have already shared with you my most deep secrets and some of my most profound and deep shames that I have not shared with another living soul. Only you, Nora. I propose in Book 3, I extend a grand invitation to you, Nora Valco, director of the Institute of Drug Abuse. Nora Valco, on your birthday, I invite you personally to become a part of my story. Last year, you so passionately emphasized the urgent need for a large and grandiose scale of a social intervention in order to bring us into the light and out of the shadows. I am many things. I am a nurse's aide. I work on the front lines of a global epidemic. Last week, I ceased to exist as a wife. I am a mother. I am a friend. I am an aunt, a niece, a cousin, a granddaughter. I am a future author. I am a wellness blogger. And if my goal indeed comes into fruition, I will be a TEDx speaker. My goal is to land a TEDx talk by August 27th of this year, a date that has profound significance. If my marriage would have lasted, it would have been our 17th anniversary. I need to infuse meaning and life into that date, August 27th, 2022. You will be receiving another gift from me, Nora, an invitation. I want to make your dream, your wish for empathy, compassion, and advocacy to end the stigma, to end the discrimination. I want to bring that into fruition. I am a nurse's aide on the front lines of a global epidemic. I am on the brink of nursing school. And I want to learn side by side with you in a collective journey. I propose, Nora, to use me and learn of me. I will provide context. I will provide compassion. I will provide empathy and relevance. I will let the world in to the mind of an addict. What does it mean to live the way we do? I will share with the world my internal thought processes, the conflictions I face, the shame and the guilt I carry and feel. I invite you to co-write my narrative, dear Nora. It will take time. And so I am asking this of you now. Unscripted, synonymous with the fact that I am sustaining a direct gaze into the camera. For I need no script, and I need no practice to share with you the passion that I feel within me. I propose that you use me as research. I propose that we explore the physiology of addiction together and share it with the world. I joked facetiously with my children that I would reach out to you and request that you prove I'm brain damaged. In all seriousness, there are areas of my brain in the mind of an addict that have deficits. I have sufficient deficits in memory. I've struggled with impulsivity. I have made so many mistakes with my impulsivity. And it is impulsivity in this moment, as I speak to you unscripted, that is indicative of my true nature. The impulsivity to promote goodness and healing, not the impulsivity that stains us as people who are prone to make mistakes over and over again. I suffer from poor judgment, obviously. It is a struggle, and I have to work hard to succeed. I propose that we take images of my brain, explore the physiology together, explore the damage, explore and share our research findings with the world in light of this global epidemic, in light of so many people who suffer in the capacity that I do. We will go on this journey together. And if I succeed in getting into nursing school, I will learn and I will grow right along with you. I am so excited, Nora, and I have the confidence to know that you will respond to my impassioned plea. We can change the world together. I know that we can. I know that this is what I am supposed to be doing. 10 years ago, Nora, I was drowning in Madagascar. The title of my debut memoir is not arbitrary. The world will know just what it means to drown in Madagascar. Just as our physiology in light of COVID-19 fills our lungs with the degradation of our own physiology, as fluid fills the alveoli in our lungs, leaving us to feel as if we are suffocating, as if we are drowning, and thousands have indeed drowned in their own physiology. But there are thousands more, Nora, and you know this. There are thousands more that will drown. They won't drown in their physiology. They will drown in addiction. They will drown in despair. They will drown in isolation and judgment. They will drown in loneliness. The roots and the seeds of addiction are being planted as we speak. The cultivation of empathy is everything. The premise of my narrative and my blog and my collective works is to provide direct context and empathy. It is the most profound and sure way to gain insight into the tortured soul of another. And to the world, I say to you now, have you ever read a secret diary? There is nothing more deliciously satisfying than secretly peering into the life of another. To read a forbidden memory, our deepest secrets. I find it profound as the world continues to grow more and more scary. I have a list of names for you, Nora. I have a list of names for the world. Ethan. Dylan. James. Eric. Adam. Throughout the years, the world and the news media have admonished us to forget these names, that they fade into fleeting memory, to not remember these names because of what they did. But I feel that it is essential that we do remember them, because when it comes to our mental health crisis, the best intervention is prevention. Ethan, last name Crumbly, wrote, "The world is dead to me. Help me. The voices won't stop." He drew pictures of guns, knives, and nooses. His parents turned a blind eye, and he killed 4 people in the prime of their life. The Oxford shooting. Ethan, don't forget his name. Ethan Crumbly could have been helped if his voice had been heard, if his voice had been heeded. Dylan, Columbine, 1999, a tortured soul, a tortured and depressed individual. James, Colorado, Batman Returns. 2012, 2012 was the children. And my memory eludes me. Sandy Hook. The children. Adam. He shot his mother, and then 26 people. And my 2 sons were their age when that happened. I remember when that happened. Don't forget Adam. Don't forget Ethan. Don't forget James or Dylan. If we had prevention, if we had intervention, these tortured souls need to be remembered as well, not glorified for their crime, but recognized for their pain in turn. 10 years ago was 2012. At that time, as I had mentioned, I was drowning in Madagascar. I was pregnant, Nora. Pregnant and bulimic. I had a counselor, and I would like to read with you the words now, and you have to forgive me because my journal script flipped off, but these are my own words. It was March 8th of 2012, and I quote from my own memory. Today, my counselor gave me hope. She tenderly validated my feelings. She said she felt privileged to hear my words and that I was strong. Wow, liberation. Food for my hungered soul. For an hour, I felt like it wasn't a burden just to be me. That I am okay the way I am. To verbally hear that I am still a good person, despite everything that I have done, gives me just a small twinge of peace within my chest, and a half smile on my face, however fleeting. For one precious hour, I was enough. She thinks I am a good writer, and that I articulate my feelings very fluently. She also told me I was smart, and that I had a story to tell. Am I smart? It felt so good to hear, so pure. I want to do something. I want to be able to help not only myself, but other people who are bound to feel and think as I do. But can an hour of compassion make a difference in the trajectory of my life? Or will it soon fade into fleeting memory? Encouraged by her kind words, I started to think more about my life story and whether or not it would be something that people would care to hear about or relate to. For although this hypothetical book may never come into fruition, I find great comfort in having someone tell me that they believe in me. She told me that I had within me the potential to make a profound difference in this world. I drafted a few potential ideas for chapter titles for this book that may or may not come into fruition if it is destined to come into existence. Some are better than others. Smile practice, silent rebellion, secret keeper. Yet for some reason, I have found myself particularly drawn to this one, standing steadfast among all the rest, like a light on a hill that cannot be hidden, bringing joy into the world. Who am I? I am drowning in Madagascar. Nora, that has that was written 10 years ago. The seed was planted for this moment 10 years ago. And I am not afraid anymore. And I want to teach people the world over who suffer in the way that I do, that they need not hold on to their fear, and they need not hold on to their shame. My dream is that together we can achieve that grandiose social movement that you so passionately refer to, side by side. And I'm so very excited to find out the end of this story. That is book 3. Book 4 is called My Former Sweetheart. And that book will emphasize the depths of psychology surrounding illness, mental illness, trauma. Book 5 is called My First Secret Keeper, which will be a grand tribute to all of my secret keepers in turn. And when that time comes, I will make it available to the world, to any of us who suffer in the grand capacities that we do. Book 5 will be a celebration of us. I will take in submissions from anyone who wants to share their story with the world. I will give them the opportunity for them to tell me their story in turn, whether anonymously or not. I will facilitate the use of their voice because I found mine. And not only for the people who suffer, I will also welcome submissions and advice from parents, loved ones, caregivers, friends, sons, daughters, and cousins. The lessons that the world has learned, lessons of regret, the what-ifs that haunt so many people, the questions they ask themselves in hindsight when it was too late. Ethan, James, Adam, Dylan, Eric. What would their parents say to the world openly if given the chance? There have been books, there have been memoirs from these people. I did read Susan Klebold's narrative of her son Dylan, and I did gain empathy and understanding. My First Secret Keeper will be collected stories from anyone who wants to share their collected wisdom with the world, a resource where you can find empathy, context, and compassion in one singular place. Time is of the essence, Nora. I feel it, and I know that you do too. It takes time to research. It takes time to look at self-help books, to question, to research, to find answers. But the quickest and the fastest way to gain immediate understanding is the empathy and the compassion that we both speak of freely. Book 5 is a resource for so many people to get to the core of our motives and our pain. And book 6 is entitled Dear Future You, and it is a celebration of new beginnings. Nora, I am teaching myself how to write. I am teaching myself how to blog. And if I get into nursing school, I will learn so much more along the way that I want to learn with you. Happy birthday, Nora.